Well, hey, what's up, Michigan? My name is Lauren Plant, and if you love high school football recruiting, this is the content for you. We have got the most dedicated scout and analyst in the business. His name is Allen Trieu. He is with 24/7 Sports. Thanks for joining me again, Allen.
Of course, Lauren. Thanks for having me.
All right, so before we get into the athletes we're profiling this week, just real quickly, talk about your week one observations. What impressed you the most?
Well, first, we had such closely contested games and that Zenith Prep Kickoff Classic. So I think it just tells you the quality of teams we have in Michigan this year. And you had several players stand out who I think can play just about anywhere on the national level. When you have the individual performances that we saw from Nick Marsh, Bryce Underwood, Isaiah Marshall, Tashi Bracewell, those guys are going to a variety of schools. I think it really highlights the type of talent we have for colleges to come recruit in the state of Michigan.
Absolutely. So let's get into this week's guys. The Dexter Dreadnoughts are coming off their greatest season ever, a Division II state semifinal appearance in 2022. We all marveled at the way Cole Cabana carried the rock, and now he'll do it at the University of Michigan. One of the guys who opened holes for Cabana is getting some MAC love right now.
Yeah, Cam Clark, an offensive tackle who is just in the 2025 class, but already getting a lot of attention just this past week. Eastern Michigan and Central Michigan offered him. Miami, Ohio, and Toledo have also offered him. You know, he's got Cabana at Michigan. He's got former teammate Brendan Parachak at Michigan State as well. So you know those two Big Ten schools are keeping tabs on him. 6'7", 275 pounds. You don't see that too often as a junior, so definitely one to keep an eye on. I'd have to think the Power 5 schools are going to give him a closer look this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Chippewa Valley is coming off a tough loss in week one in which we saw Anvil Award candidate and Colorado commit Brandon Davis-Swain get the two-point conversion to win the game. But the Big Reds have a solid weapon at receiver, and it looks like Kansas is not just satisfied with maybe bringing in Southfield quarterback Isaiah Marshall to Lawrence.
Yeah, they offered Deshaun Lanier from Chippewa Valley this week, a 2025 receiver who had a good week one in that loss to West Bloomfield. He had the go-ahead touchdown, which then forced West Bloomfield to have to go the length of the field to win that game. But had a good game, and he was going against UCLA commit Jameer Benjamin. He also made some plays on the defensive side of the ball. So Kansas has now offered him to join, West Virginia, Notre Dame, Louisville. He's got quite a few on his list, but looks like he's going to have a big junior season and continue to add to his list.
Well, on the defensive side of the recruiting game, U of D Jesuits Elijah Dotson will spend his time, or at least we think, on a certain sideline this Saturday.
Yeah, it's possible he'll visit Michigan this weekend. We're still uncertain at this time if Michigan is going to host recruits for their first two games of the season. That's still to be figured out. They may self-impose a recruiting regulation there where they don't host recruits the first 2 weeks of the year. But either way, Elijah's going to be a frequent visitor in Ann Arbor. He already has been. He was at their barbecue. He was at their camp. Michigan came to watch him work out in the spring and offered him a scholarship. He's got several other offers, including Pitt, who was the first one. But right now, Michigan is likely the leader and the one that other schools are going to have to catch up to for Dotson, a 6'2" safety who's also an outstanding high school receiver.
Fantastic. Great stuff. Hey, you need to follow Allen Trieu on X to get your fill of things happening, not just in Michigan on the recruiting side, but also the Midwest as well. Allen, thank you so much. We're going to talk to you next week.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.